Mr. Gibson, I think we'll try to do Mr. Brandt while you're here. All right, we are back. It's time to address 4 misdemeanor sentences that we've set for 11 o'clock. We've got our probation officers who are both working remotely because of our flood. Daniel Frazine is here and Matt Huff is here. First matter we're going to address this morning is the matter of People versus James Matthew Masters. That's you, sir?
Yes, sir.
File number here is 26-7SM. He pled guilty to a charge of domestic assault. I looked at this earlier this week. I did get the police report and get a chance to look at it. As of now, Mr. Masters, you have 36 days credit. And you had a circuit court case. What's the status of your case in circuit court?
I believe I got time served on that.
All right, so that matter is done. All right, Mr. Gibson, what would you like me to know regarding this?
Well, the defendant, according to my calculations, has 31 days in jail credit. I think that this was a situation where there was an argument and both parties were involved and it led to an act of domestic violence, but I don't believe that the defendant is a danger to society. I believe that he can be rehabilitated. So I would ask the court to sentence the defendant to credit for time served. And if there's additional sanctions, I would ask the court to consider either community service or probation, although the defendant is currently homeless, although he indicated he may be able to reside with family in the county. But if he did have to go on probation, the probation center may be a good option. He is struggling. He was struggling, I believe, at the time with issues involving controlled substances. Thank you.
All right, Ms. Camfield, what would you like me to know?
Thank you, Your Honor. I disagree that the defendant's not a danger to society. He's had other domestic violence charges. He's had drug convictions. This is something he also pled guilty to, which involved violence. There were injuries upon the victim that were indicated in the police report, that she had visible redness between her neck and shoulder where she'd indicated he had tried to bite her, and that she also had a very large bruise on the back of one arm and a cut on the back of her left ear from having been assaulted the night prior to this event happening. So it does seem that he has a tendency to do that, whether or not he was intoxicated or under the influence of something at the time, I'm not certain. But he does absolutely have a drug history as far as his convictions are concerned. Note, the court indicated he does have jail credit. Just looking to see if he's had his probation in 2021 was revoked. It's been a few years. I suppose we could try another probation with credit for time served and hold some deferred jail over his head. To see if we can get a handle on whether there's a controlled substance issue as well and get him into a process to rehabilitate that, as well as domestic violence courses. It doesn't look like he's had those classes before, particularly if he got credit time served in circuit court for the 2024 case that also involved domestic violence. He was not rehabilitated then with any process for the domestic violence. So perhaps a credit jail served, a term of probation with a substance abuse assessment, and an order to complete any treatment recommended, as well as a domestic violence course.
The case that was circuit court is 241956 was our number. It was bound over to circuit court, but there's another case, 232419, which is a different case. But the earlier case involving biting too, and he bit her ear. She's not here. She's as homeless as he was. Methamphetamine does underlie everything. You got 36 clean days. You look clear-eyed and clear-headed, but
I need to be.
you weren't then. But you also got multiple unpaid fines and costs from earlier things. You got revoked in circuit court. Not a lot of positives here. What would you like me to know, Mr. Masters?
I guess me being in jail for 36 days made me think about things that I've done wrongly, and I need to refix those things.
When's the last time you had a job?
I don't even remember, honestly,
Well, one of the reasons you don't have any money is because you don't have a job.
but
You also got picked up on that other case when you got picked up with this, and apparently they resolved that. But I don't hold a lot of hope for a probation here. I don't want you to freeze to death. But yeah, the people saw it. And she says that this happens all the time. And I know that you've been accused of biting her before. I'm gonna order 60 days jail, credit 36. A 0 fine, $75 crime victims' rights fee, and a $50 state minimum fee, 125 or 2 days. She's not, I'm not sure where she is, but she's not presently in a relationship with you. You've been in jail. You were under the influence of methamphetamine at this point, and you can't keep beating the crap out of the people that you're closest to.
I understand
Yeah,
that.
you've had several previous assaults and several previous assaults on her. They don't deserve that.
Right.
You're gonna spend the next 24 days minus good time in custody, pay $125 or do 2 additional days, then you're gonna be out. It'll get you out sometime in March. Maybe it won't be so cold, but you're gonna need to find a place to go and a purpose. But at this point, you can go back to the jail and have lunch. I'm not gonna put the resources into this that perhaps I'm not. It hasn't worked, so I may refer this to Lauren, see if she can get you plugged into something. But you're good to go, Mr. Masters. Thank you, Mr. Gibson.